In the lively town of Wobblewood, there was an eccentric professor named Dr. Beaker, who was known for his wild hair, thick glasses, and outlandish inventions. His latest creation, the amazing animal translator, promised to revolutionize communication between humans and animals. Naturally, Dr. Beaker couldn't wait to test it out. One sunny afternoon, Dr. Beaker decided to visit the Wobblewood petting zoo with his trusty assistant, Max, to test the translator. Armed with his new device, Dr. Beaker approached a chatty parrot named Polly. He switched on the translator and eagerly awaited Polly's words. "Good morning, Polly." Dr. Beaker greeted the bird through the translator. Polly squawked, "Good morning, old chap. What's with the hair?" The visitors around them burst into laughter as Dr. Beaker's face turned as red as his tie. Undeterred, he moved on to a sheep named Daisy. He aimed the translator at her and asked, "How are you today, Daisy?" The translator crackled and then blurted out in a grumpy tone, "Bored out of my wool, honestly." "Got any good gossip?" Max struggled to contain his laughter as Dr. Beaker adjusted the translator, hoping for better results. Next, they approached a friendly pig named Porky. "Hello, Porky. Any thoughts on your new pen?" Dr. Beaker asked. The translator whirred and then squealed, "It's nice, but could use some curtains. And maybe a snack bar." By now, a crowd had gathered, thoroughly entertained by the hilarious exchanges. Encouraged by the audience, Dr. Beaker decided to try the translator on one more animal, a particularly grumpy llama named Lorenzo. "Lorenzo, how do you like living here at the petting zoo?" Dr. Beaker asked. The translator paused before booming out, "I tolerate it, but these kids? Too much noise. And don't get me started on the smell." The crowd roared with laughter, and even Dr. Beaker couldn't help but chuckle. He realized that while his invention might not be perfect, it certainly brought joy to everyone. As they left the zoo, Dr. Beaker and Max reflected on the day's events. "Well, Max," Dr. Beaker said with a grin, "we may not have perfected the translator, but we've definitely discovered its comedic potential." Max nodded, laughing. "Absolutely, Professor. Who knew animals had such colorful personalities?" The story of Dr. Beaker's amazing animal translator spread throughout Wobblewood, becoming a local legend. The townspeople eagerly awaited more of Dr. Beaker's whimsical inventions, knowing they would always lead to laughter and fun. Dr. Beaker, ever the optimist, continued to tinker with his inventions, undeterred by the occasional mishap. And while his translator might not have made perfect sense, it reminded everyone that sometimes, a good laugh is the best kind of communication.